back with the interview of the winner, Kaleb Simmons. Congratulations.
Appreciate you. It was a crazy game.
Absolutely. It was crazy sitting here watching it. First of all, again, congratulations. You played your ass off today, and it obviously showed, came in first. How you feel right now?
Ecstatic, actually. That last game was pretty crazy. Unfortunately, I ended up forgetting a pack trigger, but we did communicate it afterwards, and there was another line that I had to be able to close out that game because to me, two tutors and a tainted pact, like, you're pretty much closing that game out.
Absolutely.
Basically, instead of the Thassa line that I played, I could have went and got Lotus Petal, a LED and Breach, and I could have pivoted into Tainted Pact for literally Brain Freeze or any payoff spell, and then be able to close that game out still, even with paying the pack trigger. But man, I'm telling you, I had to politic my ass off in that last game.
Absolutely.
They kept wanting to kill my Tavesh, dude. Like, leave my commander alone.
In their defense, I mean, you did have a Displacer kitten out with a Tevish, and so it makes sense. But it was a hard-fought game. Displacer Kitten and Tevish, turns out they win games.
Yeah.
They're both fantastic cards, and you played them very well. It was very, very awesome to sit here and watch that go down. It was really awesome.
Insane. And such good pilots, too. I've had really good pilots all day as my opponents. It's been really insane. Normally I play Thrasios Tymna, so I'm much more used to a solid mid-range strategy.
That actually got brought up in the chat. is that you typically are playing TNT, and so seeing you on a Grixis shell coming off of TNT was real shocking to some people. How did you make the transition from coming from TNT over to Grixis?
So I really had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and unfortunately, green is just not in a beneficial place right now. Your only good green cards are Collect Roof is not a good green card. Stop playing it. Your Endurances, your Force of Vigors, these are your good green cards, and Kinnan is a green card. It's
absolutely
these are your only good green cards, really, and everything else dies to Obium. So now you're playing rocks to try and play around the Obium, feeding into Dockside. Just nut up and play Dockside.
Absolutely.
So I closed that out, and I was like, all right, well, if I'm really liking this Displacer Kitten shell or this Displacer Kitten strategy, I was like, what are some things that complement it really well? And my buddy Steven, Fatal Steven online, he hit me with his deck list. I made a few changes, took out Desperate Ritual, added Imperial Recruiter, pivoted to a little bit more solid, synergistic mid-range strategy.
Okay.
And then didn't do that until the final pod. Just been showing people turn 2 Nas, and they're like, yeah, resolves. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to go to 7. All right, show you guys I have the beans.
I have the win now.
Yeah.
It's crazy what Grixis can do when you go 33 cards deep.
Yeah, how would you like to lose?
You pick your poison at this point.
Yeah.
So you mentioned coming off of the TNT into Grixis mainly because of the Dockside. I mean, it's a hell of a card.
And Breach.
But oh my goodness. And we were talking about that earlier, about the fact that Red really is the pinnacle of CEDH right now with Breach and Dockside. Mm-hmm. You still have your Dimir wins with Oracle and Pact, but Breach and Dockside are the 2 best cards in CEDH right now, at least in my opinion, and convict me if I'm wrong, but I definitely think that Breach and Dockside take the cake on everything.
Well, let's not forget that Thassa's Oracle is the real card that's closing these games out.
That is true.
And because, honestly, if I had to say the way that the color pie ranks in order from top to weakest, green is definitely at the bottom.
Absolutely.
White is above that. Blue is above that. Black, and then red. And just because black has the ability to get you to any win con in your deck, blue is the supplemental counter spells and Thassa's Oracle, and then Breach, Dockside resolving for more than its casting cost, you were probably winning that game.
Absolutely.
Like, you are probably winning.
Coming from somebody in the chat knows I've been talking about it all night, but I'm on Thrasios Dargo, and so that's dockside.deck. If I am able to pull a dockside for 4, I'm winning that game 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And so it seems like it's the same way for Tev Crom. Once again, congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. It's been crazy.
Do you have any closing words that you'd like to put out?
Yeah, CDH players, I'm being so serious when I say this. Stop trusting your opponents. If you sit down in a pod with 3 other players, yeah, they can be your friends. They do not have your best interests at heart. We're all sitting down and drawing 7 to win a game. And even though we're having a grand time doing it, let's remember that players will lie to you. And don't take it. It's not a hard feeling, whatever. Just live and learn. And stop trusting your opponents at all.
Absolutely.
But that's pretty much all me.
Awesome. Again, congratulations, bro.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. All right, chat. That is going to end it for us today. It has been a blast. I'm really glad that I got to do this with y'all. Y'all have a good night.